Hello, and welcome to another tutorial. I am here to talk to you a little bit about these multi-item sorters. There's a lot of different designs out there, a lot of which I like, some of which I don't. But the one I have tried and found to be true, and one that's just easiest to build, all around just great, is Tango Tech's multi-item sorter design. I love it. I've been using it for a long time. Maybe that's why I love it so much. I'm so biased to it because I use it a lot. Here's what it'll look like, and you can do these. I guess you can call them pods. You can do these pods right beside each other. So there'll be a 3-block gap. This being a row here. So you'll have like a 3-block gap between your chests. So you could have another row of chests here, or 2 rows of chests there, and this whole chunk can be duplicated again and again and again down the line. And again, this would be to here. So yeah, so it would be like that. And then the chest would just repeat, boom, boom, and 3 blocks in between each chest, each grouping of chests. Oh, words are hard today. And it goes on the process that you're going to fill the chest with whatever you want to sort. You can sort multiple different items. Like what I do is I'll have a whole double chest full of jungle wood. So I'll have the wood logs. I'll have the strip logs. I'll have the planks. I'll have stairs. I'll have different things like that. You can sort whatever you want. You just fill up the chest with what it is you want it to have in it. With just like one item or so, and then it'll fill in the rest of the stackable items. So this is a multi-item sorter of stackable items. That is key. Non-stackables will end up in the output chest down there. So how it works is you just chunk, I'll just chunk a bunch of jungle planks. That'll end up in the very last chest here. Goes in the input chest, down into a drop-evader, which is perfectly silent, going up into these hoppers, which take it down the first column of chests, and it checks each chest to see if it can go in it. If it can't, then it goes down into this hopper line, and that snakes over to the next dropper elevator. It shoots it all the way up, down to these hoppers, and it down the next column of chests. If it does not have a home at all, it'll end up in this output chest here. Or you could take this hopper line and connect it back to this connection right here. Or actually it would be here. You would connect it to here, snake it into the next drop evader. And that's how it works. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. I'll show you how to build it in a minute. You see nothing is winding up here. They all are filling into this chest here. It is a little slow. It's not hopper fast. But you don't have to run the risk of, a bunch of, random stuff popping in where it shouldn't be, or complicated redstone contraptions. Like this is a simple dropper elevator, and you've got some timed redstone here to lock these hoppers to allow a chance to push into the chest. That's all it is. And don't let all this confuse you here. This is just a pulse extender. This is a timer to allow this to continue to happen. So I'll explain all that as we go. You can see I put one of these warp planks in, and it ended up in the output chest. That's it. And all the 64 that we put in here went in there, and we already had 12 in there. So there we go. Let me show you how to build it. You're going to need a 4x9 space. 4x9. You will need 12 chests and this is for one chunk. Again, you can stack these up, make these however long you want. And you're just going to replicate the same process with each chunk. So you'll need 12 chests. You'll need 6 comparators, 10 repeaters, 42 torches, if I counted correctly, 42 redstone dust, 44 blocks of any kind. It could be smooth stone, it could be whatever you want. I'm going to use smooth stone today, just because it's got a nice darker outline to it and it stands out. Smooth stone slabs, the same reason. 24 of those. 34 hoppers, 18 droppers, and you'll want some torches. I counted that I placed 10, but you'll light up around the redstone, and that'll help any kind of server lag that this may cause. So again, the redstone lighting and flashing creates lighting updates, and we can mitigate that with having it well lit up, and that won't be a problem. Okay, so wherever your floor is going to be, you're going to need to start 3 blocks below your floor. So you see here, we've got our floor here, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 blocks below your floor. We're going to start here in this corner, placing a block, another block next to it. Redstone torch on top of the first one, redstone dust on top of the second one. That's going to lead into a block, which is going to have a torch off the back of it. That torch will go out. That's what we want. We want a repeater going into that block on 4 ticks. That second bar will be all the way back. And another redstone dust there. What's going to happen is once that torch goes out, that's going to create a little timer here. And this is going to keep cycling through until that torch comes back on. And we're going to have a redstone repeater going into that block, 0 ticks, all the way on that side. Redstone dust behind it with a block behind that. Now we're going to create our simple comparator clock. Very easy. Place 2 comparators this way, 2 comparators that way, with a couple redstone dust out the back. That's a pulse extender. And we're going to take that off of when the droppers go off. When the droppers go off, it'll signal this pulse to extend. That way every single item in the droppers go all the way up and through the system. So that's what this pulse extender is going to do. And when this pulse extender is on, this repeater will be on, and it'll start this timer. That's how that's going to work. Let's start with the droppers. We're going to go block here, a block there. We will need a redstone torch on top of each block. And this is where we're going to put our droppers. Straight up. There we go. So we're going to need 9 total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the last one is going to face this way, towards the front of your room. All right. Let's do the second column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Just like that. Perfect. So now we're going to need to take a signal out of the bottom dropper. So we'll put a couple blocks there with a comparator out the back. There we go. And then the comparator is going to lead into a block with a redstone torch out the back of that block. Down here, we'll need a block there just so the redstone will reach, because we want this torch here to power the redstone going to that torch there, and that torch will go out. So what's going to happen as soon as one thing goes in this dropper, that torch will turn off, this torch will turn on, and it will send it on its way. Do the same thing over here, just like that. See? Very good. Now down here on the bottom, because again, I said we want this torch tower to trigger this pulse extender. So to do that, we need a torch here, and we need a torch there. So anytime this torch turns on, this one will too, and it'll signal this pulse extender to go on, causing our clock to go on. It's very simple. See, it just, it all works together in harmony. Now for our torch tower. This is what's going to power the whole system. So we're going to need to put redstone torches on the inside here with blocks on top, and a torch on the outside all the way up. We're just going to keep alternating that with each level we go up. Torch on the inside. Up again. Torch on the outside. This is a torch tower or item elevator you can use on any world for any purpose. It is quiet. It's not the fastest. Obviously, there's faster ones that go hopper speed, but it's very difficult to keep them quiet. And also, I like this because if anything does get stuck or jammed, I can find it very easily. When you get into complicated redstone stuff, that becomes more challenging. So the last one here, just like that. And then we need a torch on the inside. These are actually the ones powering the droppers. You'll hear that click. That's the only click you'll hear. Just like that. So there you have it. That is the item elevator. So you notice that the inside ones are lit, the outside ones are not. That's how you know you've got it set up right. And then all the ones against the droppers are all lit. Okay, so that is most of the hard work done. We do have to get our chests in place now. So remember I said it's going to be 3 blocks up. So it's 1, 2, 3. This is our 4 here. And then we're going to place our chests. I like to place them like that. So it's a full double chest. You could do a single chest if you wanted to. I like doing a full double chest. More storage. You'll do 2 towers of 6 double chests. That's why we're doing 12. So we need 12 chests total. I take that back. You'll need 12 for each column. So this will actually be 24 chests. I stand corrected. 24 chests. Okay. Out the back of these, you'll actually need the very bottom ones to go into nothing. Like that. And then the rest of these all the way up. And the very top ones, we'll place some temporary blocks there. We'll go into those blocks and we'll break them. Okay, so you got chests down at the back of each double chest and a couple extra at the top. We're just going to snake this over to the dropper like that. Same thing on this side. Just do one there, boom, and boom, right to the dropper. So now as it comes up the dropper elevator, they go across that line and then down. Okay. Now, if we just left it like this, what would happen is the items would go all the way to the bottom before going into the chest because hoppers suck before they push. So we've got to set up a system here that'll stop the hoppers so it has an opportunity to push into the chest before the hoppers below suck it down. So that's what we're going to do with the redstone next. So right here, underneath our first drop elevator, we're going to need a hopper going into it like that, and then coming out of the side there. This is our input hopper. We can either connect it to the other modules, or we can do a little chain of hoppers and chests to bring it up to this level, and that can be our input. Now for the next drop elevator, we're going to bring it out from the side here. And we do a little zigzag. Do, 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 and do, like that. And then for our output, we'll need a couple hoppers going out like this. So at this point, let's pretend we have our next module here. We're leaving a block gap in between. And then this would be our dropper elevator right here. So this is our start of our next module. That's this row right here. Repeats right here. So you see how we've got this going into the front of that dropper and then snaking out the side? That's exactly what we would do here. Come out the front, side, boom, boom. And that's how we would connect each module. So that would start the whole process again. Everything would start from there, just like it is right there. So that's our output going into the next module. Unless you're done. If you're done, then that can just go into a chest, and that can be an overflow, however you want to do it. That is our output chest. Okay? Now, we got to do the redstone here. Coming off of this torch here, the one that's not lit, because remember, this is our timer. We're going to put a block there, and on top of that block, we're going to put redstone dust here, and across these hoppers here. Then we're going to put a couple slabs there and there. One more redstone dust, and a repeater going there. Put another slab here with a repeater going to there. Now, over here, we do need one little piece of redstone dust here. So we'll put a slab there, redstone dust on top, and a block in front of the repeater. So the repeater will trigger that block, which will turn that dust on, which will block this hopper. That's the only time it's got to be a little difficult. Right there is just going to be a regular block. So anytime this dust lights up, that'll trigger that block, and that'll stop these hoppers right there. Okay. On top of these two dust here, we'll place two blocks with redstone torches on the front. That's going to stop the next row of hoppers. Coming off of these blocks, two slabs with a block going into that, repeater going into the block, dust out the back. Okay, so that's going to stop the next row of hoppers. We'll just do the same thing on this side. Block, slab, slab, repeater going into the block, redstone dust on the slab. There we go, just like that. We're going to keep repeating that all the way up. Outside, we're going to do this, slab, slab, block, redstone repeater going into the block, dust there. Let's go around the other side, slab, slab, then a block going into there, redstone repeater going into that block, and two dust. The last row is going to be two blocks like that, two redstone torches on them there, not that one, and two dust on top of those. That's all you need there. Now, to get this chain of redstone dust lit up, we've got to come off of this dust here, and we're going to kind of do a stair step with slabs up the sides here like this. Just going to stair step it all the way up. Just like that. Actually, I think I messed up on this one. Yeah, I went too high. Like that, like that, and then like that. And then on each of these slabs, we're going to have dust. You can see it connects to the line there. Just like that. There we have it. Again, I do recommend going through lighting it up. That will help save your server some lag. Just anywhere you could find a spot. I put a couple here on these blocks. It helps light up those rows of redstone dust. I come in here and I alternate going up here just to light that all up real good. Throw a few on the bottom just to light this up. Good. And maybe a couple on the back too. Again, the brighter it is in there, the less lighting updates happen, the less laggy. It makes everybody's life happier to do it that way. And there you have it. That is the module done. You can decorate the outside however you like. I'll just put a few blocks here. But this obviously would be your floor. Again, decorate it however you want, but you'll want a solid block on the sides of these chests. there. Like this. And then we can do, you know, some upside down stairs like this on top of those. Ever so easily. And your input chest. We didn't go through that yet. So you'll do, you can just kind of snake up some chests like this. Let's go a little higher here. Let's do that. And we'll do up to there. We'll do another chest here like that. Okay. So that'll be your input chest. And if you're only doing one module and you want to have an output chest, there we go. There we go. And there you go. You can reach the excess items there like that. Honestly, what I'm going to do on my castle world that I'm building right now is I'm going to have another little dropper vader to carry the items back up. I'm just going to repeat that first dropper vader. So I'm going to tie that into that, have it drop them, bring them up, and then one whole row of 6 chests is just going to be overflow to hold on the extra stuff. Only thing I don't like about building this up like this is you can't put item frame on the oop, I broke the chest. You can't put an item frame on the wall like I do there and have it all labeled. So that's the only thing I don't like about building up the floor. You could always have a gap there and do it that way. Then you just have item frame, label everything that you want to sort in here like that. And let's just fill in some of these just so I can give it a test and show you that it does work. So we'll put some dark oak here. And again, it's got to be full. Otherwise, anything will just pop into the next spot. The next item coming through the system will fill in the spot. We'll do acacia here. But you could fill it in with stairs, fence gates, fence posts. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have one chest just full of all the different things that the different woods can make. The different doors, trap doors, all that kind of stuff. Okay, there we go. Everything is full. Now we will dump it into our input chest here. Just dump a little bit of everything in there. We'll even throw in a couple of extra random stuff. And we'll see what happens as it goes through the system. We can take a look in the back here. You see this is our timer going off here. Our pulse extender is extending the pulse, and because these keep flashing, it's staying on. But once there's no more items going through the dropper vaders, this will slowly pulse down, but gives this timer enough time to shut down the hoppers and allow the items to go into the chest the way they're supposed to go. You can see here it is perfectly quiet. Items are coming in through the hoppers, going into the appropriate chests. You can see here we've got our 10 dark oak logs in here now. Acacia hasn't come through yet. Jungle wood has come through. Birch has come through. Spruce is still coming in. Oak is in. And our planks will start filling up now as well. And we may even have some stuff in our output chest that doesn't have a home. So if you find that you're getting things in here that appear more often, you can find a home for it, especially if it's a stackable item. Non-stackable items will automatically go to the overflow chests. System is still ticking away. It is a little slow because we don't want torch burnout. So we've got to take it slow enough that the torches can go through and do the thing, while at the same time we've got to pause the hoppers long enough to allow the items into the hoppers, or into the chests. Oh, everything is stopped now. Our pulse extender has extended the pulse. The timer is off. everything should be in the system now. We've got 11 of each additional item in here. Perfect. Somehow I missed the jungle logs and the acacia and oh, that's right, because I had them in a different setting. And then our extras came through here. Perfect. The system works. The system works. And again, I cannot take full credit for this. I can't take any credit for this. This is not my design at all. I'm just showing you the multi-item sorter that I like to use. This was originally done by TangoTech. I believe this is his version 2. And it's an older system. It's not brand new by any means. It doesn't use observers, which I kind of like, because they can cause that extra pulse that makes the droppers make a bunch of noise. So I prefer this system. This is the one I use. I thought I would share with you how to build it in case you haven't seen it before. But again, this was made by TangoTech, and it is absolutely awesome. I absolutely love it. Anyway, that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to smash that like button for me. And if you loved it, please be sure to subscribe. Check back for more, and actually I'll be building this exact system in the next live stream that I do. So be on the lookout for that. I hope you'll tune in and check it out. I'll answer any questions that you have. And for now, I will catch you later. Take care.